to you not to go beyond your means. I want to repeat, don't promise something that is beyond your means, because you'll be forced to go and hang yourself in the hands of the Chinese. You'll be forced to go and hang yourself in the hands of the Europeans. You'll be forced to hang yourself in the hands of the Americans. And you know what happens? When you are hanged there, you come and hang us too. And then you hang our country. The whole dream that you wanted to change Malawi won't work. Because, I'll give you an example. Let's take the 75 billion loans that has been promised that is coming. 75 billion that Mr. Saloshima promised. It's not coming in his pocket. Let's be honest. Precisely. He will have to go and pick it from somewhere. A World Bank, some other rich people, the Bill Gates or some other people. The George Soros, Abramovich from Russia. Those are the people that will promise such money to give to a government. My question I want to ask you, and that all of you must know, particularly you torch bearers, there's no way you are going to get that 75 billion kwacha and you just go in your pocket without any attachment. There is going to be a collateral damage. And collateral damage in this case are citizens, taxpayers, money, people. It is the country, Malawi. In other words, I want to remind you, in 1975, Malawi government under Kamusbanda borrowed money from South African government to build capital city. It was said openly that the loan from South Africa will be paid in 44 years. And I want to stress here, that money is not yet finished paid. Why? Because in between here, we had political shenaniganism, we had political squabbles, we had political crises, we had economic downturn, where it was impossible to finish paying that money. And I want to tell you, the interest rates that is on that money will take us another 40 years to pay. I want you to know that we know. Because sometimes you think citizens are stupid, they are ignorant, they don't know what is the statecraft. No, we know. We know that Chinese are not going to give you money for free. We know that the Europeans will not give you money for free because we, Africans, Malawians, are not related to the Europeans. They are not our brothers and sisters. So who are they to give us? Who are we to be given free money? There is no free lunch in this world. Therefore, whenever you are promising things, just because you want to impress, think the consequences and side effects. The lies should stop. We know you are our better citizens. Mr. Jaguar, you are a citizen of Malawi. Mr. Jim, you are a citizen of Malawi. Mr. Peter Mutaga, you are a citizen of Malawi. Mr. Rubera Muzi, you are citizens of this country. There is no way we should expect angelic activities, angelic promises. No, you are human beings. And don't tie yourself in the hands of Chinese, in the hands of Americans and Europeans. Don't promise us within. And I'll tell you this again. Let's go back to the concept of Kamusband. Too much in Taka. The wealth of the world, of the country, is in the soil. Let's go back to that concept. Because that's the basics of our life. What you should do now is, knowing that we have to till this land, but usually we are using hands. The thing that you can promise people is that we just want to improve the means and ways of tilling the ground. If you cannot afford tractors, then go and buy ledgers and what do we call this thing that are pulled by animals? Yeah, they are called ledgers. Let's find horses, donkeys, cattle, train them to plow. That's the only way we can improve, because wealth is in the soil. And here, if we are to do it, we are not to do it in the way that you are promising. For example, I'll give you another example of DPP and UDF. They are promising 5 million laptops, 5 million cell phones. These ones are not going to be found in Malawi. They'll come from China. They'll come from Japan. Let's say China, because that's where everybody is looking up to nowadays. Chinese are not our brothers, are not our sisters. They will not give us those for free. One way or another, let me not say one way or another, specifically we'll have to pay back. And I want to tell you, you are human beings. Don't lie. You have your own feelings. You have got your own intentions and dreams. On that 5 billion, the common man and woman out there, he will find maybe 10% of those that you are getting. Because you too have to get a share on that. And you have a bureaucracy here that will need to get something. When the last person is going to get that benefit, he's going to get that 10%. But mind you, all this here will be paid by the common man and common woman out there, who is going to pay 100% from what Chinese gave us, plus tax and interest. That's the danger of it. This is why we are telling you that don't promise us what you cannot afford. And don't try to make us to look like more white people. We are Africans and we will always be like this. We want to start our economy from the ground, growing step after step. Then we can reach further. Stop promising us impossibles. That's what I wanted to say. At times, you need to know something. There are 4 corners of life. Security, the most important thing. Peace, the most important thing. Education, the most important thing. Livelihood, the most important thing. These are basic 4 fundamental principles that can make you, when you're in the government, have no sweat. People will not give you pressure because they know that you are going to provide them the basic things that will give them an environment to move on, an environment to improve, an environment to advance their livelihoods. But promising us bullet trains, Malawi has 310 megawatts of electricity. How are you going to bring a bullet train in Malawi with such infrastructure on the ground? Already, our roads are pathetic. Roads, we're talking about roads. If we look at the bitumen mileage of our country, I don't think we have 2,000 kilometers of tarred roads. Not at all. Now, if we are to dream of bullet trains, first we are supposed to have networks of roads, tarred, bitumenized, maybe 20,000 kilometers across the country. Then any other plan will be easy. We can put trains, rail lines, very easily. We can put this that flies up, not planes. I don't know what they call them. It will be easy because the infrastructure development are at a standard. But with our standard of life today, when the tarmac road across the country is only one, we don't have bypasses. We don't have secondary routes tarred. We only have one main road. And if we have secondary routes, they are dust roads. How will we bring bullet trains in Malawi? All right, we come to 1 million jobs. You promise 1 million jobs. The question is simple. Our country is an agro-based economy. We believe in plowing. And our industry, as I speak to you today, all companies, most of them, manufacturing, have stopped, closed their doors, or they are not at all there. Today, we had a butter company that was making shoes from the leather of Malawi animals. It's no longer there. We had David Whitehide that was printing fabrics from the cotton that we planted in Malawi. Today, it's not there. The question now is, how are you going to provide 1 million jobs? They will be doing what? There's 1 million people. Unless you promise, we are going to restore the Malawi that we had so that we can improve manufacturing, so that we can improve production, so that we can improve engineering or something. That's understood. But now, we would love if you could say, let us go back to the basics. Let us go back first to start again. Put some mechanisms on how we can bring production in order, manufacturing in order. processing in order. That could make sense that, okay, 1 million jobs will be available or will be possible. But now, where are we going to start? Because everything and anyone are closed. Everything and anyone are closed. Where are we going to start? Where are we going to stand? We are not against you, but we just want to help you that Muvi Wachilungamo is here to set records straight. Don't promise something that is impossible to Malawians. Promise Malawians something that can be done. The most important thing, how do we till the soil? Because that's where our economy is. Agriculture, how do we till? Promise people that you buy tractors. There are small tractors in South Africa there. Small that can be given to villages, to constituencies, to wards. You can use as a cooperative society. Give them one tractor that should plow all the gardens of the people there, as long as the people can maintain the tractor, buy petrol, maintain it, service it. You have done more than 1 million jobs in that case. If you do that, you have done everything, and come back, make sure that their road network in the village there, they are gravel and well looked after. If you do that, the economy of Malawi will improve within a short space of time. After that, then you can talk about now planning of networks. And if you don't think about electricity in a country, whether it's a hydro or coal plants, nuclear, whatever, you must know that there's no country that will go up. Because the most richest country in Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, and South Africa, Kenya somewhere, they are not even enough in energy. They have not even reached a level where they can say they can put bullet trains in those countries. Now for us, low as we are, pathetic as we are, to be promised such things, it's a lie.